All right, guys, the NFL trade deadline is a little bit more than a week away. October 31st, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when the deadline will pass. So from now until then, Giants general manager Joe Schoen will have a lot to do. Hopefully he's already doing his due diligence by taking phone calls with other GMs around the NFL. And these are four players in particular that I would be interested for the Giants to trade and put on the trade block. Number one, defensive tackle Leonard Williams. This guy has a huge cap hit, but for a contending team that needs defensive line depth, and just another piece to add to that line, Leonard Williams would be a great fit. He's only 29 years old. He's still got a couple good years left. He is not the superstar that he once was when he was on the Jets, but nonetheless, he is still good, big body guy, can get after the quarterback, very good at stopping the run, and would be a very huge upgrade for a team that is looking for that. He has a big cap hit, so we would not get much back for him. I would be happy with a 5th or 6th round draft pick in return to trade him away. He is a free agent after this year, so we might as well try and look to get something in return for him before he just walks off and leaves us and gives us nothing back. So one player, definitely Leonard Williams, I would be interested to see traded. Number two, free safety Xavier McKinney. We have the option to pick up his 5th-year option after the end of the season. I don't think the Giants will do that. It depends how the season unfolds. Maybe next week against the Commanders, how the defense plays. But he does not seem like the same player he was last year. After that ATV off-road accident with his hand, he just does not seem like the same player. His tackling has gone downhill. His play recognition has gone downhill. Doesn't look as fast. Doesn't look as interested to get into the mix, to make something happen. He just does not seem like the same player that we were accustomed to seeing earlier on last year, before his off-roading accident. Like I said, he's a free agent after the end of this season. I don't know if Joe Schoen will be interested in picking up his 5th-year option. He's good. He's a captain. He's a leader. But is he really a leader? A lot of Giants fans were kind of left with a bitter taste in their mouth with the comment he made last week after the loss to the Seahawks, saying, oh, what we're not going to do now is blame the defense, pretty much insinuating that the whole reason why this team stinks right now is the offense. And quite frankly, I mean, what he said is not wrong. This offense fucking was awful. No doubt about it. This is probably the reason why we are 1-5. The offense fucking sucks. But as a team leader, a defensive captain, that's just some shit you don't say. So I would not be mad if we can trade him. I don't think the Giants would be interested in bringing him back. 3rd or 4th round pick for him would be great. Player number 3, Darius Slayton. He did sign a 2-year, $12 million year this year in the offseason. But let's face it, this team has a lot of holes. We can use that money to shore up the offensive line next offseason and next draft. Sorry, allergies are killing me today. Darius Slayton making on average $7.5 million this year. Decent player, a solid wide receiver 3 on a contending team. I would trade him for a 6th or 7th round draft pick. Oh my God. Sorry, excuse me. This is awful. All right, and last but not least, a player that might get me some hate for saying this. Like I said, I love this guy. One of my favorite Giants. I was ecstatic when we took him 2nd overall. Running back, no, I'm not crying. These are just allergies. Running back, Saquon Barkley. This is tough because he is the epitome of this offense. He is what makes this offense and this team go. I love him. Great player, even better person in the locker room. Great teammate. He will support this team no matter how bad we are. He will support everyone on this team, which makes it just so hard to see him on another team wearing another jersey, wearing another helmet. But Saquon Barkley, I don't think the Giants have any interest in paying him what he wants. He cannot stay healthy. He is always hurt. The money that he wants, Joe Schoen would definitely not want to fork out. Got to trade him. You cannot let him walk in this offseason for absolutely nothing in return. He is the one player, without a doubt, you have to get something back in return from. You cannot let him walk. I could totally see him walking over to Philly, getting that ring. That would be a fucking nightmare for me and many of us. That would be a fucking nightmare. Saquon Barkley, I would take nothing less than a third-round pick for him. Get some of that value in return that we're losing. Put it, again, towards the offensive line so Eric Gray can run wild next year. Eric Gray's the future. I like when I saw when he run. Give him an O-line. He will produce. Saquon, yes, he's a generational talent. Yes, he's a good locker room teammate. Yes, he's just a fucking great giant. But he's always hurt. He has no years left on his contract. He's a free agent. He knows that this is his last time to be a free agent. I don't think Joe Schoen's that type of guy that says, you know what, fuck you. We're going to franchise tag your ass again. I think it's over with us. The relationship is still okay, I guess, but the injuries are just piling up, and the Giants just can't afford to just have money wasted for a running back that is almost 30 years old and that doesn't have many years left. Got to trade Saquon, no less than a minimum third-round draft pick. Let me know your thoughts, whether you agree with me or not. Let me know if any other players that you would like to see traded and what you would want in return for them. But that's all I got for you guys today. As always, let's go Giants.